Nintendo Switch 2 has more than 20 games ready for its launch, and in this video, I'm going to show you each and every one of them so you can finally decide which games you'll debut on your new console. Will it be Zelda, Mario Kart, or maybe Street Fighter 6? Here you have the first games that'll accompany Nintendo Switch 2 at launch. Let's start with Mario Kart World, the game Nintendo chose to launch alongside the Nintendo Switch 2. Not only does it have the exciting racing action we all love, but it also introduces a massive open world to explore and a new knockout mode where racers get eliminated one by one. Expect plenty of laughs and fierce rivalries, cause this Mario Kart looks absolutely fantastic. Even the most famous school of witchcraft and wizardry doesn't want to miss out on the Nintendo Switch 2 launch. Hogwarts Legacy reignites the magic of the Harry Potter universe with an enhanced experience thanks to the console's power. Explore Hogwarts Castle and its surroundings, and keep casting the Revelio spell to uncover all the secrets hidden in this truly unique game. After a long silence, Toby Fox is back in action with two brand new chapters of Deltarune. The highly anticipated chapters 3 and 4 are all set to be played on the Nintendo Switch 2, continuing the wild story that the creator of Undertale is slowly building. And if you haven't played any of the chapters yet, don't worry, every single one will be available from day one. Fortnite makes a complete comeback on the Nintendo Switch 2 with a fresh, overhauled experience. Thanks to the console's 120 frames per second in handheld mode, you'll be able to aim and duel other players with a precision never seen before on a portable system. Finally, Nintendo's version of Fortnite is on par with other consoles, offering a much more powerful and dynamic experience. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut is the very first Sega game coming to the Switch 2. It takes you back to 1980s Japan with even more drama, more action, and new cutscenes that dive deeper into the story. In this definitive edition of the famous prequel, Kiryu and Majima throw down in epic brawls, and you'll also get a new multiplayer mode along with extra story content that answers many lingering questions. Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster revitalizes classic turn-based battles, now with upgrades and exclusive mini-games. The Brave and Default system, along with the 20 jobs from the original 3DS game, ensures that every decision matters in combat. This role-playing adventure from the creators of Final Fantasy is set to redefine the genre on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, if you're looking to fully leverage the Nintendo Switch 2's graphical power along with its multiplayer mode, Split Fiction is an excellent choice. From the creators of It Takes Two, follow Zoe and Mio as they get trapped in an alternate universe where all their ideas come to life. Packed with action, puzzles, and a heavy dose of communication, this game is a must-play for two players. Sid Meier's Civilization 7 puts you in charge of humanity's destiny from day one on the Nintendo Switch 2. The new mouse controls enhance every decision as you expand your empire and build your legacy. This one is hands down one of the most entertaining strategy and resource management games available out there. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 gets an ultra-improved version called Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S for Nintendo Switch 2. This game merges Tetris and Puyo Puyo to create a wild puzzle adventure. Challenge your friends to see who can master combining two of the most legendary franchises in video game history. Fast Fusion is gearing up for the Nintendo Switch 2 launch with F-Zero style speed and breathtaking graphics. The most brutal pace will be unleashed on the Nintendo Switch 2 starting June 5th, competing head-to-head with Mario Kart World. Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition brings together the best of Hitman 1, 2, and 3 with realistic environments and lethal targets. Don disguises, move stealthily, and carry out missions just like Agent 47. It's the perfect opportunity to unleash your darker, even more flamboyant side as the console launches. The blockbuster hit that accompanied the Nintendo Switch at its 2017 launch returns on the Nintendo Switch 2. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 Edition invites you to relive one of the most revolutionary games in history with upgraded graphics, 60 frames per second, and special editions such as collectibles and interactive maps. It's also available as a free downloadable upgrade if you already own the original game and have an active Nintendo Switch Online subscription with its expansion pack. But the Legend sequel isn't staying behind. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will also launch as a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, coming with major graphical improvements. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma reinvents the Rune Factory formula with combat, rural life, and adventures set in a world inspired by traditional Japan. With a touch reminiscent of Animal Crossing, you'll fight corruption while rebuilding villages, forging alliances, and experiencing new festivals and romances. It arrives on Nintendo Switch 2 with all the spirit of the series and much more. The classic Ridge Racer brings back Namco's most arcade-style racing. If you lived through the 32-bit era and remember the franchise fondly, you'll once again be able to enjoy its signature twists and turns on June 5th on Nintendo Switch 2. The classic GameCube retro game service is making a strong debut in the Nintendo Switch Online catalog. This is the first service exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, launching alongside the console with 3 titles: The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX. But later, additional games, including Super Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, Super Mario Strikers, Chibi Robo, and Luigi's Mansion will be added to round out a selection of 10 classics. To play these games, you'll need the Switch Online expansion pack, and they'll be upscaled to high definition with available filters. After many a doubt, Cyberpunk has finally secured its spot in Nintendo's lineup with Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. This version comes with all the DLCs included and features a performance mode that runs at a steady 40 frames per second, as well as a quality mode that enhances visual detail while running at 30 frames per second. Survival Kids makes a comeback from the Game Boy with a fresh new life on the Nintendo Switch 2, blending survival, exploration, and teamwork like never before. Up to 4 players set off on an adventure across islands teeming with giant creatures, where success depends on working together to survive. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour doubles as an interactive guide to explore the new console's technology through a series of mini-games and simple tasks. It'll be available at an ultra-low price, around $10. The most classic Nobunaga strategy game will be available on Nintendo Switch 2 from day one, featuring 6 new scenarios, higher resolution, improved graphics, mouse controls compatibility, all DLCs, and much, much more. Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess is an action strategy game from Capcom, built on the RE engine and inspired by traditional Japanese aesthetics. Take the side of humanity in an epic clash between the world of spirits and the realm of the living, battling terrifying demons along the way. Street Fighter VI debuts refreshed, boasting next-gen graphics, 3 unique modes, and features designed exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2. You'll also have 2 editions to choose from, including the physical version with 2 years of DLC, cross-play with other platforms, and a bunch of amiibo figures from day one. Of all the games I've just shown you, let me know which 3 you'd pick if you got your hands on a launch edition of Nintendo Switch 2. You can drop your choices in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss any updates on Nintendo Switch. Plus, check out more videos on the console and its games. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!